Our scripture this morning is Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 2. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But the earth became the chaos and emptiness, and darkness came over the face of the deep. Yet the Spirit of God was brooding over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Light be," and light was. God saw that light was good, and God separated light from darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness night. Evening came, and morning followed, the first day. And God said, "Now make an expanse between the waters, separate water from water." So it was. God made the expanse and separated the water above the expanse from the water below it. God called the expanse sky. Evening came and morning followed, the second day. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. If you would please pray with me. Gracious and loving God, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of all of our hearts be acceptable to you this day, our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. So years ago, when I was living in Perry, Georgia, I went to the Piggly Wiggly one night because I wanted some Chex Mix and a 2-liter Mountain Dew. As I was standing in line, there was a woman standing behind me that suddenly reached out and grabbed my left arm. She exclaimed to everyone within earshot, "I knew it! I knew it! Elvis is alive! He's been spotted on the moon." I am not lying. She was looking at the cover of the National Enquirer magazine, where the headlines read, "Elvis spotted on the moon." This kind of reporting was my general definition of fake news. It's almost impossible to turn on the news without hearing the phrase fake news. Regardless of the topic, the idea behind fake news is that the news being reported is somehow falsified, and climate change is certainly part of the list of victims. Everyone has an opinion regarding climate change and the extent to which it exists. There's also much debate about how much human activity contributes to climate change. From a political perspective, it seems that there are only two options available to us. Either you believe that climate change is real, or you don't. But I don't want to look at this issue from a political perspective. That is not to say that the political discussion isn't worth having. I just happen to think that the church has missed an opportunity to explore change in the context of Scripture, even when it regards climate. When we look at the scope of history from the most ancient of times to the present, one of the few things we are guaranteed is change. Change is inevitable. It happens all around us. We change our minds, we change our clothes, we change our air conditioner filters, hopefully. We change the channel on the TV, and we do these things much without thinking. It is obvious to us all the ways in which we instigate change in our lives. What is less obvious, though, is how the earth, the very planet that gives us life and sustains us, continues to change. Where the earth is concerned, we have to stop and take a closer look. Often change is imperceptible to the naked eye, but it is happening all the time, and it started from the moment God began to create. If we can imagine what the universe looked like prior to the moment of creation, what would we notice? Does the biblical story of creation give us an accurate glimpse into the ordering of the chaos that most likely existed prior to the beginning of time? These are questions that we will most likely never know the answer to, but when the Israelites began to record their history, when they began to flesh out the beginnings of the universe, there was much thought put into the very act of creation. They imagined that God, using His own breath, literally breathed life into the universe, imbuing universe with the divinity of God who created it all. Only those who spend time observing the natural world recognize the complexity with which it was created and ordered. There's a rhythm to the universe that is seen, and the way the planets orbit the sun and their moons orbit the planets. There's a rhythm to the way oceans pound the shores of our beaches, and how every corner of the universe can be defined by geometric shapes known as fractals that are measurable and can be mathematically quantified. There's a rhythm to our pulse, or even how we row a boat. If we were to stop long enough to listen to the sounds going on all around us, we would recognize that life is happening in patterned ways, patterns that make life possible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth became the chaos of emptiness, and darkness came over the face of the deep. Yet the Spirit of God was brooding over the surface of the waters. The mere suggestion that there is a God powerful enough to bring about the moment in which all of creation began is a bold statement. I try to imagine what the Hebrew people must have thought when they were writing these very words. When they looked out into the heavens, what they saw most likely looked infinite to them. And yet, they were keenly aware of their own mortality, their own impermanence. The very moment of creation, they imagined that God brought everything together in such a way that it looked like chaos. And then little by little, the chaos was ordered. The darkness was overpowered by the Spirit of God, and God spoke into existence all that we see and hear. The first change was when God separated the darkness and the light. The daylight and the nightlight that we experience is determined by where one lives in relation to the equator. Therefore, every person's experience of light and dark is different. And the measuring we assign to lightness and darkness is often influenced by our environment, both the physical location of where we live, as well as the political and spiritual communities with which we fellowship. Next, God separated the waters from the waters, creating the space for each to coexist. Again, depending on where you physically live, your experience of the space or the water is different. For the people of the desert, water is a precious commodity, not meant to be squandered or wasted. For those who live in the rainforest, water is visible everywhere. There are times, though, in more temperate climates, those zones which have a mix of dry seasons and wet seasons, where the climate can become too dry or too wet, which then affects the landscape in both good and bad ways. Our planet is ever changing. The truth is, since the beginning of time, our planet has been constantly changing. It was designed to shift and change with us and against us. God made the world in such a way that it is in a constant state of decay and renewal. Creation is seen as birth, growth, death, and rebirth. These cycles exist all around us. Imagine if God created a world that was static, a world that never changed. What kind of place would it be? Would we call that our Garden of Eden, something created in perfection? Is that even possible? When I first started studying biology in high school, I was intrigued by the human cell. I thought about how perfect the human cell was. It carried within it all the necessary elements for it to carry out a specific function, to reproduce and to make life possible. It wasn't until we began to understand cancer that we began to recognize that human cells were capable of mutating and becoming something that worked against the human body, not for it. I cannot think of a single living thing that is created in perfection. Everything appears to change over time. And I suspect that God intended it to be that way. God's desire to give us free will and that change was part of the equation. From the moment that creation is described in the biblical text, we see scribes and scholars wrestling with who God is and how God works in the world. Even our understanding of God's role in our lives changes over time. It is the relationship and the interactions with each other that reflect our deepest understanding of God. We were created to be in relationship with one another, and those relationships are in constant flux. We change from moment to moment, yet we are still called to be in relationship with all living things. Our greatest challenge in the 21st century is how to live our lives in concert with the planet. We pay more attention to how we are connected to all living things. It might teach us how to love our enemies and how to serve each other in true friendship. Change is a reality. It is not fake news. God created us so that we could affect change for the better. How we choose to make that happen, however, is entirely up to us. My prayer is that we will embrace change and begin making decisions that support life and the interconnectedness of all things. Amen. So.